A bold new film adaptation of Albert Camus' iconic novel, L'Étranger, has sparked a fresh wave of debate and controversy. This powerful story, published over 80 years ago, continues to resonate deeply with readers worldwide, yet it remains a challenging and divisive work to adapt for the screen. The novel, known in English as The Outsider, delves into the complex and often uncomfortable themes of France's colonial past in Algeria. It's a story that has long been considered problematic due to its portrayal of French colonization, and adapting it for cinema is a daunting task, as one critic likened it to climbing the Himalayas. French director François Ozon took on this challenge, creating a black-and-white adaptation of the 1942 novel that has reignited discussions about Camus' perspective on French Algeria, a period that ended in 1962 after a war for independence. Ozon's L'Étranger is set for release in the UK next year, and it has already received mixed reviews. The film is an atmospheric and ponderous journey, much like its taciturn protagonist, Musault, played by Benjamin Voisin, a French settler in Algiers. Musault's lack of emotion after his mother's death and his cold detachment after killing an Arab on a beach lead to his ultimate condemnation and sentence of death by decapitation. This raises important questions about the role of emotion and societal expectations in a colonial context. The first film adaptation of the novel, directed by Italian Luchino Visconti in 1967, starring Marcello Mastroianni, was not well received. Visconti had originally envisioned Alain Delon in the role, but was reportedly overruled by the film studio. Nejib Sidi Moussa, a political scientist and author, praised the new film for capturing the absurdity at the heart of Camus' first novel. He argued that Musault's condemnation was not for killing an Arab, but for his indifference, atheism, and extramarital relationship, all of which clashed with the values of European colonial society. L'Étranger isn't an anti-colonialist manifesto, Sidi Moussa said. Camus is painting a picture of a society he knows well. Camus, a Nobel Prize-winning author, was born in French Algeria to pied-noir parents, of French and European descent, under French colonial rule. As a French citizen, he would have had privileges not extended to the majority Arab or Berber population. Sidi Moussa noted that Ozon subtly referenced the dehumanizing aspects of colonial society for both the colonized and the colonizers. The film is daring and faithful to the book in this respect, and with these personal touches, it speaks to modern audiences, he added. However, not all reviews were positive. Jack Daniel, a cinema programmer, criticized Ozon's adaptation for lacking metaphysical ambition and being politically correct. He argued that Ozon's interpretation of the novel's absurdity, which stems from the clash between man and the world, was too seamless and lacked the depth of Camus' work. Catherine Brun, a literature professor at the Sorbonne, explained that L'Étranger continues to divide French society because the story is open to interpretation. It's as much about what is not said, the silences in the book over French colonialism, a subject of ongoing debate, she said. Brun added that Camus' work mirrors the tensions and contradictions of the polemic, allowing everyone to find something to support their arguments. Nobody can have the last word. As a subject, it is inexhaustible. Camus' daughter, Catherine, who is the custodian of her father's work, expressed mixed feelings about the film. While she liked it overall, she felt that Ozon's emphasis on the role of the murdered Arab sister, Gemila, was a contradiction to the novel, where neither she nor her brother are named. She believed Ozon was catering to political correctness. Ozon visited Catherine Camus' home in Lourmarin, Vaucluse, and persuaded her to trust him with the adaptation. He acknowledged the responsibility that came with adapting such a beloved masterpiece. In a statement, Ozon said, "Adapting a masterpiece that everyone has read and visualized is a huge challenge." He explained his decision to give Gemila a greater presence in the film, saying, "She has a conscience and a voice in the film, bearing witness to the invisibility of the Arab character and the separation of these two worlds." This adaptation of L'Étranger promises to continue the conversation and spark further debate, inviting audiences to explore the complex themes of colonialism, identity, and the power of storytelling.